Caleb Young got the cake up, now he's on the data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit out that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. I'ma bake it, make it flat in the bake it. I might just roll out today, I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The Ferragamo store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Rub your empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you to. Get over it. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. This is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. It's caught, Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Caught by Nelson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, 14.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Come on, let's go.
This is Mostert. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way play down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gold. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Wilson. And Anderson's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go! Blue, landed! Over, blue, landed! Over!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Over, 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 over! Over, 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 over!
On 3rd down, Rosen. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Penny, a 1st down carry, and he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Tempo.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to him. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, #1, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They'll throw it with Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's the rookie from Fordham. It's Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Edmonds. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. 3-19.
Play action here with Rosen. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second down, here's Rosen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Good, good! Good, good! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot! Check, 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 check. Check 99. Check 99. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Again, it's Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 57. Hot. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over, 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 over. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Back, back, back. Shift. Watch the shift.
Rosen to throw again. And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They go to Johnson again. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Detroit! Tight end right. All right, here we go. Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Rosen off the play action. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for it all. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kindici coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They try the left side with Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rosen will throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. 3-19.
They go play action. It's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. And Gresham's got it over the middle. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point try now for Dawson. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, here's Wilson going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Peterson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Gun! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Over! Watch it now, Barney! 57 Mike!
On play action, Rosen. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Wilson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Wilson will throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Hold on. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Johnson. Room here to run. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll be a 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Johnson. And some room to work. A nice little juke. And he's able to get to first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Watch him now, Barney. He's checking. Hot. Motion.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.